show all the games live, and we're trying to create an atmosphere within this urban atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? So we're here in downtown. The event, we're featuring artists from all over the place, artists from France like Happy Friendies and Wheat, artists from Texas like Gerald Lozano and Work Alvarez, you know, local artists like Enoch One, Vile, you know, Asylum, Travis Moore. Featured artist this month is Alce, is a graffiti artist from LA. So it's very local in the sense that I got a lot of artists who are LA based, but we also extended it out and invited some artists, you know, from around the world and around the country to be part of it as well.
As far as a medium, I would use basically anything, but my preference is the skateboards, as you can see. They happen to just, I grew up skating, you know, and it just happens to be the best part of the art scene for me. But I'm not limiting it to anything at all.
I think I have several mediums at this point. I've messed around with wheat pasting and using wheat pasting with my canvas work. My favorite is doing large-scale murals and spray paint, of course. That's my absolute favorite. But at this point, I'm willing to work with anything, and I feel like the more types of artwork I can get my hands on, the better.
Actually, I'm a graphic designer, but I do everything from stencil, wheat paste, everything that I could. I even influenced, you know, graffiti, straight acrylic painting if I can, silk screening. A lot of silk screening. It's fun to do that.
Generally, I work in Sharpie and in acrylic as well. I combine the two in some pieces. The bottom ones, these pieces behind me here, all of these are all Sharpie. This is an acrylic. It's actually mixed media because I've joined the ball, made a 3D kind of effect with it. I'm kind of branching out. That's what I'm doing more of now, more mixed media work. But I'm also starting with graphics, working from a graphic base, kind of like a Jeff Koons style, and then putting it on bigger and bigger pieces. I'm about to start working on a larger scale, and I've done that some with Sharpie, but I work in all kinds of different styles. I've worked in everything from ceramics to you know, obviously large-scale acrylic pieces.
I have a lot of influences with my artwork. A lot of stuff from Brazil that's coming out of Brazil. The Osamails, some of those guys are like latter influences. Some of my early influences are like Slick and Hex, old school graffiti artists from Los Angeles, as well as just illustrators like Brian Froud and H.R. Giger and stuff like that.
Warhol, huge influence, obviously, his work. Any pop artist, I like Roy Lichtenstein, big fan of Keith Haring. Obviously with a Sharpie and the work like that, Art Crumb, kind of that style, that grittiness. Obviously these are more like portrait work too, you know, so it's more of whatever's popular that I can translate from culture to canvas. And the guys that do that the best are the guys I mentioned. But I mean, I'm a huge fan of Van Gogh, especially his use of color, Gauguin, his style, his use of color.
Right now, I'm very influenced by nature, by just different people live. I'm interviewing a lot of different people because I'm working on a series of portraits. So currently it's just live, you know, and I do have a great group I work with called the Prism Process. And there's the various variation of artists, public artists, people that work in theater and music.
The influences of my artwork come from probably gang lifestyle of Los Angeles, infused with the graffiti elements, and then I try and take what's happening in the trends of pop art and kind of mix those all together and form those into my own style. So I try and keep it gritty but colorful and move forward.
Definitely mark your calendars for June 10th, which is going to be the Downtown Art Walk. We're going to have a big party here. It's going to be the night before the World Cup starts. So it's going to be like we're going to have DJs and beat producers doing music. It's going to be a really good night. So June 10th from 6 to 9 p.m. we're going to be here. Also mark your calendars down for the final, July 11th. We're going to release the event that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a private event here at the gallery for the final World Cup game, July 11th, so stay tuned for that as well. Yeah, if you want to find out more about what we're having in terms of all the events this month, go to our website, crewest.com, and you know, check out our schedule. We're going to show pretty much all the important games as far as we're concerned for the first match, for the first round, and then the second round, and after that, we're gonna post those on the website. So stay on Crewest.com to find out, what games we'll be hosting.